Hello everyone, welcome to Developing Success. This is Neha Agarwal. So we are continuing with our National Park series, and in this video we will be discussing about the national parks of Bihar. So we will also be doing somewhat geography of Bihar in this lecture, and then we will go to the National Park of Bihar. So let's begin with the lecture. So this is the map of Bihar, as you can see, and in the map of Bihar, a very prominent feature of Bihar is River Ganga. So River Ganga actually divides the Bihar into two halves. As you can see here, the northern half is known as the North Bihar Plains. The southern half is known as the South Bihar Plains. The North Bihar Plains is also known as Mithila Plains, and the South Bihar Plains is also known as Magad Plains. Okay, so the Ganga divides the Bihar into two kinds of plains. The northern part is the Mithila Plains and the southern part is the Magad Plains. The northern part is also very prominent for floods every year. Why the floods every year? Because as you can see, River Ganga is joined by great mighty rivers coming from Nepal, and some of the important ones are Gandak, then we have Buri Gandak, we have Bagmati, we have Kosi. These are few rivers which are actually the reasons of having flood in the Mithila or the North Bihar plains. Then we have the South Bihar plains, the Magad plains. The South Bihar plains are not the Himalayan rivers, they are rain fed rivers. So they mainly rise from the Chota Nagpur plateau in Ranchi state or from the Amarkantak hills and Vindhyan range in the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh region. So important rivers which join River Ganga in the Magad area is the Son River. So we have Son River, we have Batane River, we have Punpun River. These three are the major rivers, and then we have the Koil River. So all these rivers are coming either from Chota Nagpur Plateau or from the Vindhyan mountain range. So this is how the state of Bihar is, blessed with rivers on both the sides. And the northern part is actually having too much of floods every year. So in the northern parts, that is why you will be seeing that the agriculture is dominant, where the water requirement is too much. We can go for rice as an example, we can go for makhana as an example. Okay, so this is the North Bihar part and this is the South Bihar part. Now moving on to our discussion of national park. So Bihar has only one national park, and the name of the national park is Valmiki National Park. Valmiki National Park is also a tiger reserve, and you have only one tiger reserve in Bihar. So Valmiki National Park is located in the West Champaran districts, and it is the northwestern district, the most northwestern districts of Bihar. So as you can see, the Paschim Champaran or the West Champaran is bordered by Nepal on one side and Uttar Pradesh on the other side, and the districts of Bihar which borders Champaran is Gopalganj and East Champaran districts. So this is how the area looks. And if we talk about the river Gandak flows from this region. So you need to remember the river Gandak for Valmiki National Park, and also this plain is separately known as Betia Plains. Okay, I'll show you on the map again. So Betia Plains. So Valmiki National Park is in the Champaran districts, West Champaran, easternmost limit, and it is having the Himalayan Tarai forest. So as we all know, Nepal is a Himalayan country, and just on the Shivalik part of this Himalayan range is situated the northernmost tip of the Bihar state, and that is how the West Champaran district is also on the Terai foothills of the Himalayas. So as I told you, River Gandak is important here to remember, and it is also a tiger reserve which was established in 1978. So tiger reserves are declared under the Project Tiger, and Project Tiger was started by Government of India in 1973, and in 1978 this particular area, the Valmiki National Park, was declared as a tiger reserve. We also have a wildlife sanctuary in this area which is known as Valmiki Wildlife Sanctuary. So some parts of wildlife sanctuary is also into the tiger reserve. Okay, so we'll discuss it further. First, let us see the map again. So we have just known that the West Champaran district is the area of the Valmiki Tiger Reserve or the Valmiki National Park, and West Champaran district is served by two rivers. One is Gandak and another is Buri Gandak. and this area is known as Betia Plains. So for Valmiki Tiger Reserve or National Park, you need to remember all these facts. Got it? So because the questions are too deep these days, they are asked in a very detailed manner. So we need to remember these things in very detail. Okay. Now we do about the geography and the landscape of the national park. As I told you, it is in the Shivalik Hills parts of the Nepal Himalayas, and you have the several forest types, like we have the moist mixed deciduous, we have swamps and grasslands. See, moist is because of the high rainfall, swamp is also because of the high rainfall, and we have grassland structure also because of the high rainfall. Okay, and then we have the river system. As we already told you, that river system is majorly the Gandak and the Buri Gandak, and the river is actually having a good biodiversity in this region, which is unique to the Bihar ecosystem also. And how unique is it? Because we have different kinds of mammals present, birds and also reptiles. So you can see rhinoceros, the Asian elephant, the leopard, the sloth bear, wild dogs, okay, spotted deer. And then in the bird species, you can see the Khalij pigeon, the paradise flycatcher, the green barbet, the Asian paradise flycatcher. And for the reptiles, different kinds of king cobras, we have pythons, we have gharials in the Gandak river. So very important area. So this is the protected area map of Bihar. So I hope you know about the protected areas. So the protected areas are defined by the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, and the Wildlife Protection Act defines the four major protected areas, and those are national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, conservation reserves and community reserves. Okay, and this Valmiki Tiger Reserve and National Park was actually designated as a tiger reserve in 1978 after the enactment of that particular act. Now we look at the Bihar map. So there are many small tidbits knowledge here. So as you can see, this is the Valmiki National Park and Tiger Reserve. Here the Valmiki Wildlife Sanctuary is also present. Then here we have the Udaipur Wildlife Sanctuary. Udaipur Wildlife Sanctuary is also present in the Betia Plains, the Gandak Valley. Then one important is this one, the Barela Jheel Salim Ali Wildlife Sanctuary. It is also near the Ganga Plains. Also, you can see the Kavar Tal here, and we have the Kavar Jheel Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is the Kavar Jheel Wildlife Sanctuary. What is important about it is Kavar Jheel Wildlife Sanctuary is also a Ramsar wetland site, and Kavar Jheel, Jheel का मतलब क्या है? Jheel is lake. So Kavar Jheel is a oxbow lake of the Ganga river, and this oxbow lake is inviting too much of birds from different countries in the winter season, and that is why it has been designated as a lake of international importance under the Ramsar Wetland Convention. So Kavar Tal is a Ramsar site, you need to remember that. And then we have Kavar Jheel Wildlife Sanctuary. Bihar has three Ramsar wetland sites. One is Kavar Tal, second is Natki Dam Wildlife Sanctuary, and the third is Nagi Dam Wildlife Sanctuary. So Natki Dam and Nagi Dam, they are the reservoir dams, and these reservoir water has been declared as the Ramsar wetland sites. So we have three Ramsar wetland sites in Bihar, the Kavar Tal, the Natki Dam and the Nagi Dam. Okay, and all are situated in the Ganga Valley only. Then we have Kusheshwar Asthan Wildlife Sanctuary. Then we have Bhim Bandh Wildlife Sanctuary, also Gautam Budh Wildlife Sanctuary near the Nalanda region. Then we have the Pant Rajgir, we have Kaimur, and we have Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary and Tiger Reserve also. So this part is the Kaimur Hills, which is the extension of the Amarkantak Hills and the Vindhyan Range, and this part is the Chota Nagpur extension. Okay. Moving on, so these are the list of wildlife sanctuaries in Bihar. So remember, we just have one national park in Bihar, that is the Valmiki National Park, and we have some 9 wildlife sanctuaries. So Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary in Kaimur and Rohtas area. This is the area of the Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary. Then we have the Valmiki Wildlife Sanctuary. It is present here. Then we have Vikram Shila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary in Bhagalpur. This is the only sanctuary dedicated to the dolphin, okay, Ganges dolphin. So this is located here in the Bhagalpur area on the banks of river Ganga only. This is the Vikram Shila Wildlife Gangetic Sanctuary. Then we have Cover Lake. I already told you about the Cover Tal, the Cover Lake Wildlife Sanctuary. Then we have the Bheem Bandh. It is in Munger. Here we have the Bheem Bandh. Comment section mein you can tell me what is the relation, how Munger is famous in the modern history of India. Okay. Then we have the Gautam Bodh Wildlife Sanctuary. It is in Gaya. So as you can see, the Gautam Bodh Wildlife Sanctuary, it is in Gaya. Then we have the Pant Rajgir. It is present in the Nalanda region. Next is Nagi Dam and Natki Dam Bird Sanctuary, and that they are present in Jamui districts. This is the location. They are also in the Ganga Plains. And then finally, we have the Udaipur Wildlife Sanctuary in the West Champaran districts between the Gandak and the Buri Gandak river in the Betia Plains. So we have completed all the wildlife sanctuaries of Bihar, only one national park of Bihar, and 3 Ramsar wetland sites of Bihar. Okay. So see you in the next video. Till then, take care.